Hey guys, it's Palmer here. It's July 17th on a Monday. And I was, planning on doing a weekly update of trades, but I soon realized that that can cover a lot of information. So I might just consolidate trading days for reviews here and there because I've traded, was in and out of 4 stocks today and, before noon or so, and pretty much done unless something pops up. If that does, I'll update that tomorrow per the trading day tomorrow. But I took 4 trades today. That's plenty. Made right around 350 bucks or so. That'll be updated on Profitly. Still in the CEI position because that's looks like it's breaking out, but we'll look at that real quick. But these are the trades. If you want to, this is Interactive Brokers. This is a summary for today of Monday. You can take a screenshot of this to verify the entries and exits and all that stuff. So, and the times are on here also, but I have stuff drawn on there. So, going to review these real quick. NTX, I was monitoring this for that breakout of that channel that it had been working on right here coming into Friday, and I really don't like to trade pre-market, but because it's iffy and the fills can be kind of crappy. But I actually bought on the breakout here. I believe it was 362, and I got out. Here's NTX. I got in at 704. I'm sorry, 2262, and I got out at 2281 or so on the morning failure right here. And this happens a lot. I mean, this hit 23. I should have known better to get out when it was banging against this, and it failed. But we'll see what happens. But again, it was a small position, so especially pre-market. Don't like taking large positions pre-market. And right now, it's jamming. I mean, Mondays I've got meetings until Central Time, so I have meetings until about they start at about 9:20 and they can go to like right before 11 o'clock or so. And this thing, if you were watching this, was this was a bounce actually, even though it was at this support area. Let me squeeze this down a little bit. That hasn't been. It was a previous resistance area that became support, and later in the morning my meeting starts about right here. I get out at about right here or so, but I didn't run to the charts. I had other stuff to do. But this was a nice little pop that could have been 20 cents or so, and then again we have another move up off support, and it put in a good 80-cent move. Now I hate saying that you could have made 80 cents. No, I mean, I get out when there's strength. Sometimes, most of the time, I get out too soon. But either way, this is where, if you have the option, you buy 800, 1,000, or a round number amount of shares, and you take off 20 cents or 15, 20 cents or whatever, and you let the remaining half or whatever run. All right, and this would have been a nice play, but bounce, 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 and it takes off. So this was a good play, but I grabbed a few out of that one. So next was Kara. I believe that was, I think I have all these marked. Oh, and I don't have them marked. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Instead of jumping back and forth. So Kara, big volume move up. That was pretty much just a continuation from Friday. It was holding this channel well, and I mean, I can squeeze this down to the yearly. You can see a lot more. I've got all the stuff marked on here, but there was a high of the $16 level was in play, and back to the morning. So that was the target that I was looking for. It actually, let me go. I usually watch the 2-minute chart, but this one I believe we had a bull flag that I was keeping an eye on. I was trading off another chart, so some of these aren't marked. But so this is the area that I was looking at. You had consistent volume coming in, and I got in at the end of this candle, I believe, and this big push up. I mean, that's only 3 minutes or 4 minutes later, but it was a big move. So you take what you get, and it was hitting this $16 level. And I was thinking that I got out too soon, but I didn't get out because of this resistance. I got out because of the move, because you can see, I'm not going to lie and say I was waiting for it to give it a, try to get out of there, because I was out already at 1604 at 844, and that's actually I did give it time. It was 44. I got out at this bar, so it tried. I thought this was a different chart, and these big this is a doji. This is indecision about price direction. If you look at that, price ends up right in the middle of the bar. That means the bulls did not win, the bears did not win. So you got to bang against resistance, and you have this bar. This dotted line, the exit should actually be on this bar. All right, so we had resistance, 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 and I'm already in pretty good with about 30 cents or so on that quick move. And it's 17 or 80, about 25 cents or so. So we got out. I mean, that's a quick 25 cents. Looking to take a chunk out of the trend. So then VRX was the next play. I believe I did a short right there. Shorted that at resistance. Wish these charts would reset to where you left off. Okay, I'm going to go to the 2 minute though. So this was, I believe, a small 400 position short. It was at this fib level, and it was having trouble. Let's back this up a little bit. And it had been there many times before. All right, so don't know which way it's going to go. It had good volume coming in, but again, this was a short position. And I was kind of tentative because I jumped the gun on my signal, which I do not like to do. And I should have been waiting for a bull flag on this, but because it was knocking against resistance from the past couple of days, I did a small position, 400 share position, and took what I could. It fell back pretty quick, and could have held to here. You don't know what the chart's going to do. So I get out on big strength, get out on big weakness. You either sell into strength or you buy into weakness, one or the other. So let's see what we did there. VRX, 10 cents on 400 shares, 40 bucks minus commission, whatever. That was probably a scalp, but it was a big move up. But it was having trouble here. It stalled here. It tried to break out again, and it's having trouble. I think it finally fell. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I was in meetings in this time, so Mondays are kind of bad. I can trade the morning, and then the afternoon comes along. So, took that short and got out with about 10 cents. Again, it's up about 350 for the day on 4 trades. CEI still open. Hertz, this was a late trade. This came in strong on this support area, support area, support area. I gave it time right here. So I just let the strength come in and look for a bull flag to sort of form on these good big volume bars. Another small position, I think it was 500 shares, and it was banging against 500 for another 10, 11 cents or so. But it banged up against resistance here, and this is where I exited just because I thought it was gonna, that was gonna do it, because we had resistance, resistance, resistance here, and it was hitting it again, and HTZ is kind of overextended. Looks like it's trying to put in elongated head and shoulders. It's at the VWAP right now, but either way, took a few out of there. It kind of ran a little, but if you're, when you're in, if I would have held this, I probably would have been panicked and gotten out right here with a loss. I actually see not quite a short signal yet, because that was a short signal for me right here. But either way, just trying to play the chunks within the trend. But again, small position because this was a weird time of day. The runs usually happen better in the first couple hours of the morning, so that's where we left it at. But anyway, still holding CEI. Let's see what that's doing. I think that's trying to make some kind of move up, but the volume's up about 125% from the previous day. But you know, I'm not counting too much on this. It had a nice spike, but I was in a meeting, or I was watching, I believe, Kara at this time, and you know, if this thing keeps tricking up like that, yeah, I'm going to keep holding it. It's only 700 shares, but we'll see. So this was July 17th for the day. 4 trades, about 350 bucks. Those will be loaded up on Profitly sometime during this week. So I thought I was, like I said, I was going to do a weekly update, but I really don't feel like going over 20 trades or so if that's what it comes out to. But we'll see how these updates play out. But basically what I do, wait for support or resistance areas to show up, and then look for support with volume, or volume buying coming in at support and volume selling coming at resistance. And that's it. Simple stuff. So that's the first update. Hopefully there's many more. So try to end your day green. All right. We'll see you later.